Hey Raiders, it's Shipley, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the massive new update for Ark Raiders Shrouded Sky, which launched today, February 24th, 2026. This is part of the Escalation season roadmap, and it's shaping up to be one of the biggest content updates of the year. If you've been playing this game for a while, or even just hopping back in, you'll know that updates like Headwinds and Cold Snap change how the game feels, and Shrouded Sky is the next step in that evolution. In this video, we'll break down everything that's included in this update, what it means for your raids, how the meta might shift, and what the community's reactions has been so far, including some surprising feedback and a few concerns. Buckle up, there's a lot to cover. Okay, so firstly, what exactly is Shrouded Sky? This is the second major content update of the Escalation season for Ark Raiders. Following the Headwinds update at the end of January, Shrouded Sky officially drops today, February 24th, across all platforms. Compared to some of the smaller weekly patches we've had, this one is major, introducing multiple new systems, environmental hazards, enemy threats, progression mechanics, and more. These are the pillars of the update. We've got new map condition, which is Hurricane, we've got new Ark threats, we've got player project updates, we've got a new raider deck, map updates and refreshes, and a new expedition window, and other quality of life changes that developers have teased before release. So let's unpack each of these in more detail. One of the biggest things players are talking about is the new Hurricane map condition. Basically a massive weather system sweeping across the Rust Belt. This isn't just cosmetic, this changes gameplay in a meaningful way. We're talking strong, ferocious winds that batter raiders, visibility heavily reduced, flying debris that damages shields, movement impeded by the storm, and audio cues drowned out by the howling wind. All of which makes navigation, combat, and extraction far more challenging than before. The Hurricane covers multiple maps, including major zones like Blue Gate, Buried City, Spaceport, and Dam Battlegrounds, forcing you to adapt on the fly or retreat for shelter. This condition loops a risk versus reward scenario. You might see rare loot or first wave raider caches exposed on the surface, but at the cost of fighting the environment as much as the enemies. Players are reporting mixed feelings about this. Some love the intensity and tactical depth, others find it frustrating to fight visibility loss and destructive cover. It changes the pacing. Instead of predictable fights, you now have the chaos weather elements layering unpredictably on top of enemy engagements. So next up is the new Ark enemies. The update brings aerial and enhanced threats that change how you approach vertical and engagement. Some sources mention 2 new aerial Ark units with aggressive behaviour and potentially flame-based or explosive abilities that patrol the skies and punish rooftop camping. This matters because in previous meta, high advantage was huge. Snipers and long-range builds could dominate high ground with aerial threats patrolling above. These strategies might become riskier unless you have anti-air mobility and better situational awareness. So another major addition is the expanded player project system. The exact specifics weren't fully detailed before launch. Tests and leaks suggest that this is well broader than before. It might include new long-term goals, seasonal milestones, special quests tied to the Hurricane Zone, and unique narrative elements involving the weather monitoring the Ark invasion paths. Basically, it gives players something to chase across weeks, not just between raids. So, Shrouded Sky also brings a new raider deck, similar to a seasonal progression card where you unlock rewards based on Cred and completion milestones. This update is unique because Creds become more important than classic XP for progression. You may have more choice over which rewards you unlock first. Rewards include cosmetics, buffs, and quality of life unlocks. Players seem excited, but it gives strong sense of purposeful progression beyond random loot. On top of the new mechanics and enemies, Shrouded Sky includes significant map updates. Existing maps have been refreshed and potentially rebalanced with new weather conditions in mind. And the expedition window, which is basically the seasonal reset mechanic, returns. This gives players the options to reset for bonus progression and rewards, but with higher challenges. It's a key part of the long-term engagement and one of the reasons why raiding squads are excited for this content. Shrouded Sky launches today, February 24th, 26. For reference, this update comes exactly when Embark's Escalation roadmap suggested the February content would drop. The update will go live early morning EST time, mid-morning UK time and late evening Australia time. Now let's talk about how the community is reacting. So the positive feedback, many players are hyped about the hurricane condition, adding fresh challenges, strong tactical dynamics and team coordination requirements, the new raider deck giving meaningful progression paths, new enemy variants shaking up the meta. You'll see a lot of discussions about how this makes every raid feel more unpredictable and exciting, especially with dynamic weather. Now, some players have voiced concerns like difficulty spikes from the low visibility, fear that the hurricane conditions may feel too punishing in regular PvE runs, and a desire for clearer patch notes so players know exactly what the project and deck mechanics entail. That's pretty normal for a big update. Many changes always bring debate, especially in a live game with a wide range of skill levels. So let's break down what this means strategically going forward. With the weather tactics, you're going to need to move with cover priority, avoid long line of sight sniping without awareness gear, and use storms to funnel enemies. The enemy adaptation, build mobility versus static defense, and gear for visibility loss. Farming creds becomes more meaningful and raider deck choices could influence early season builds. Adjust it on the fly is going to be a key skill in Shrouded Sky. So in summary, Shrouded Sky is big, it adds dynamic weather condition, new aerial threats, reinforced progression systems, updated maps and seasonal mechanics, a fresh raider deck, a new player project, all while keeping raiders on their toes. Community reactions are mostly positive, but there's healthy debate as players adapt to the changes and challenges. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the hurricane condition? Are you excited for the raider deck? Does the meta feel more tactical now than before? Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future Arc Raiders updates, strategies and deep dives. Stay safe Raiders, and I'll see you topside.